We're watching right now some superior athletes. We're talking about OHTANI and we're talking about Judge.
See ya! He picks up where he left off. A home run for Judge.
How far will this one go? Shohei OHTANI with a blast.
Hey guys, Coach Bill Sandell coming to you from Chandler, Arizona. The next 10 minutes I'll be your personal hitting coach. How we doing today? Anyways, got another video sent to me, as I do every week. I got a bunch of videos sent to me, and I try to pick out the ones that are, you know, something we can talk about regarding hitting and training and all that. So there's a guy online named Jamie Ceballos, and my coaches keep sending me videos of this guy, and it's almost getting comical because now he's doing an Aaron Judge breakdown, a guy who's made over $300 million in the bigs, and saying that there's things wrong with this guy's swing. Here's the thing, man. Everybody's going to have an opinion about the swing and the way you swing. Everybody's going to have their own opinion whether they like you swing or not. And it really just comes down to mechanics, right? It comes down to mechanics. It comes down to athleticism, and it comes down to making good decisions. And if you can do all that, mechanics, we can throw mechanics out the window a little bit, because if you have the other two with mechanics, you know, that's what all the great players have. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch this video. We're going to watch Aaron Judge. We're going to listen to the video. I'm going to do a voiceover because some of the things that this Jamie Ceballos says just doesn't make sense. Said he doesn't set his hands deep enough. He talks about lead arm compression. It's really weird stuff. And this guy actually thinks he's a pretty good coach. So watch this video, check it out, and then I'll come back and give you some more thoughts. Okay, guys, I'm going to break down Aaron Judge's swing. There's a guy online named Jamie Ceballos who continues to call out Teacherman, and he's actually trying to break down Aaron Judge's swing, to put it in his own words and to tell people what is actually wrong with his swing. It's amazing to me that you'll take a guy who's worth over $300 million in the big leagues, and you're still trying to talk crap about his swing. Like you know what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and break down some of the stuff that he says. He says Aaron Judge has no hand depth. So it's funny when you roll through, right? And again, this is in sort of slow motion. You see him into his load and his leg kick. And I'm going to stop it right there because you gotta see this. Talk about hand depth, right? We always talk about, you know, outside your back foot. Look at where his hand depth is. In Jamie's video that he critiques Aaron Judge, he says that he gets his hands back to his chest. His hands are basically at his chest. Well, again, false. That's not true. These guys online start talking. They don't know what they're talking about. Hand depth. He has got a perfect hand depth, more so than most. All right, guys, let me stop it right there. Just to interject one thing, right? We talked about handset, and if you see my other videos on my YouTube, we go into really, there's a couple videos where we talk about hand depth and what's going on in today's game, where players are setting their hands wide and then they're bringing their hands into a position of depth. And so when you're talking about hand depth, it's where you set your hands prior to launch. And most people can't set their hands here and just swing, right? They got to get into their scap load, right? And they got to set their hands prior to launch. So that's all we're talking about. But it's funny that Jamie talks about he doesn't have hand depth. He doesn't have it. I'd like to see him more. That's what his lead arm compression comes in. He'd like to see guys' hands all the way back here with their arms compressing against their chest, which doesn't make sense because nobody in baseball does that. And Jamie likes posting pictures of guys in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The game has evolved. And if we're not evolving, we're dinosaurs. And I would consider Jamie a dinosaur as an instructor, because what he's trying to do is go back in time and kind of dissect these guys where it has nothing to do with today's game. But let's continue to watch, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts. He's had a great leg kick. Then as we roll through, right? Watch how he gets to the foot down position. That's his launch position. That's a perfect position. He's back on the ball. Look where his head position is. Look where his back knee. He's starting to engage his ground force right here. And again, he's back. He's ready to launch. His hands are in a great position to just launch to any pitch. This happens to be an inside pitch. So we're going to watch how he gets to that inside pitch. Now he launches the barrel. Look at that back elbow getting the slot. And he says at this point, I wish his bat was flatter. You can't get a better flat position behind you where your hands are still back and your legs are still driving and you're still on your ground force than this position. He's already firm on his front side. He's blocking all his energies going into that front leg. Okay? I mean, this is just picture perfect. You talk about where he should be on plane at this point. That back elbow is working its way up while the barrel gets into the slot. I mean, this is just textbook picture perfect swing. Then he gets over here to connection. Look at this 6 to 12 connection right here. Slight upward path through the ball. He's at a 6 to 12 connection. This is his barrel path, okay? Look at that right there. Let me clear these lines. And then he gets through the pitch. Gets to his connection point, right? Gets to his connection point, then drives through the pitch. This is an inside pitch. Great extension. This is where he rolls his wrists all the way to the backside. Well balanced. Just an amazing swing. Okay, guys, just a simple recap, and then we're going to watch a video on the next superior hitter that's in the game today, which is Shohei OHTANI. I mean, between Judge and OHTANI, they're the two best hitters right now in baseball, and they do everything very similar. And just to recap on Judge gets to a point where he can launch, where he's staying back or one-legged on the ball. And that's the key, guys. This thing that when Jamie Ceballos talks about hand depth and he doesn't stay back and he pushes through the zone, there's no pushing through the zone when you're talking about Aaron Judge's swing. It's a deep barrel turn. That hand pivot point takes over, gets to his connection point, and drives through the ball. All the while, he's staying back on the ball, which means he can take a middle pitch and hit it oppo. It doesn't really matter. So what he's doing is picture perfect. He's staying back on the ball, waiting, creating a deep barrel turn, 6 to 12. Okay, we're talking about the Ferris wheel type of swing, not merry-go-round where you're getting rotational hitting, like pulling off the ball. We're not doing that. We're getting to our connection points and we're driving through. So, the next video, we're going to showcase OHTANI's swing too, because I wanted to showcase Judge and I wanted to add OHTANI's swing to this so you can kind of see the two best players in baseball right now, what they look like, and they do everything very similar. Okay, from a wide handset to a set, which is, the Asian way of teaching, getting without pulling your shoulders away. A wide handset, that's what all Japanese players are doing. So watch this video on OHTANI, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. Okay, it wasn't a long video. It was just a quick video of Shohei OHTANI's swing. But again, those are the two best players in baseball right now, Aaron Judge and Shohei OHTANI. Very similar swings. You watch how Shohei will hip wind. He stays grounded. He's very tall. I mean, here's a guy who's 6'4". Aaron Judge is 6'5". Everybody keeps saying these giants in baseball. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are 6-something. 2-something playing the game of baseball. So being that large doesn't make you the best hitter. It gives you a larger strike zone. And I want to point out something. Last year, Aaron Judge led all of Major League Baseball in balls that were called strikes that were actually balls. So that's a detriment. Sometimes size is a detriment, and Shohei is no different either. But you watch those swings, they're very similar. They stay one-legged, they stay on their backside, they load their back hips, they set their hands in a good launch position, and they have a deep barrel turn to connection. And that's all you need, guys, okay? So again, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already for more videos. Email me any suggestions of videos or send me videos. Continue to send me videos of stuff you want me to critique. And I'll talk to you again soon.
Ever.
No.